Left site at about 7:30 this morning. We're on the way up to Stonehaven, which is about a 2.5 hour drive, but Stonehaven's on the northeast coast of Scotland. And we're going to meet a big character, Calum, who owns the Bay Fish and Chips. But we thought we'd sort of put our thing down, flip it and reverse it, and go and see a fish and chip shop for once. The thing that I enjoy most about Rapscallion is that we sell to such a wide spectrum of people. Calum's been a huge advocate of what we do and how we do it for a long time now. He rattles through the juice, so I thought we'd go up and share a bit of love and go and meet him. He's quite a character, so I think it's going to be a good conversation, and I'm excited to get stuck into some fish and chips. Hey, how are you doing? Good, thanks.
How you doing?
Calum, good to see you. Sorry we're running a wee bit late. So first one, icebreaker. Who are you? Where are we? What colour pants are you wearing?
I am Calum Richardson. I am at the Bay Fish and Chips in Stonehaven. And colour of pants? Bit black today.
Nice, samesies.
Eh?
Like it. Why Stonehaven?
Born and bred here.
Nice.
Went away to the Navy for nearly 10 years. And I think you don't appreciate what you've got until you're a bit older.
Right.
Or until you've been around a bit. So, came back.
Nice. And setting up business here as well. So how long have you guys been operating now?
So basically, the story for me was, came out of the Navy, got into a family business, fish and chips.
Oh, right. What runs in the family?
Not my family.
Right.
Well, it does now.
Right, I'll stop there.
So I got ex-wife,
All right.
her business, but her family's business. I got into that, and then we divorced. Obviously, that was the end of that. So I set up with a business partner, my second business, which is the Karen along the road there now.
Nice.
So it used to be home of deep fried Mars bar. Well, it is a home of deep fried Mars bar.
Like the original?
Yeah, but not through me. That was through the previous owner. That's why it was bankrupt when I bought it. But that was my entry really into being a business owner. Had that 6 years. And business partner was at the end of his career. I was at the start of mine.
Right.
He was old school, wanted money now. Wanted to bleed it dry. I wanted to set up for life, you know.
Nice.
So that was a tough 2 years split in that partnership. But when I look back now, best thing ever, because I built this from that.
A cracking little venue as well. I've heard potentially best fish and chips in Scotland.
Well, you've heard wrong. It's actually the UK.
Is it?
Yeah, I won UK in 2013.
You've been modest since we've met then.
Yeah.
And sustainability awards,
So
Young Friar awards, like you've
Yes.
got a lot of them, right?
So sustainability for me is probably the key thing.
Really?
Yeah, that's my go-to. And when we came in here, you know, it started off as simple as what cleaning products we were using, because the water's there. So
Yeah.
what's going down the drain is going in the sea. And what am I using? Fish out the sea. So it's quite important to me that I look at what I'm using.
Nice.
So that was kind of the real thing. And I know that awards are a massive way of free publicity.
Yeah, true.
And it drives customers, but it's also good for the staff. It makes them feel like it's not just a fish and chip shop.
Gives
they're
them
in.
something to aim for,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
like aligns everyone.
Yeah, totally.
What would you say really sets you apart here?
Transparency, I think. So we're talking about sustainability and environment.
Yeah.
So if you're transparent, I think gone are the days of. So when I first got into this industry, my old father-in-law, he would have said, if someone comes in and asks, where's the pies from? Just say the butcher, the baker. Don't tell them where, because they might copy you. But actually, it was maybe right then, but it's wrong now. Because if you don't know where something's from, there's a lot of folk won't buy it.
Yeah.
So I've gone the total opposite. I want to promote where the fish is from, you know, what boat it's from, when it was caught, what potatoes the field's from, the farmer is. I want to give the whole story, because it's a journey. So when customers come in here, they queue up, they come all the way around, and they'd be up the street, you know, you're talking maybe an hour and a half.
I heard.
Okay?
Yeah.
So when they get in here, it's why we've got screens, it's to tell them a story.
Right.
We used to have all the certificates on the wall, but when we refitted, we put the pictures of getting the awards, the journey. So when people come in, they can see all the different things. You know, like that one there, that's environment. I was runner-up in Europe for environmental award. I beat Nestle, London Underground, all these companies to go into the head of Europe.
Wow,
So
well
that's
done.
the European Commissioner. So it's like, but what I find is, we get tunnel vision in our own industry, yeah? So like, you might only go to food and drink things or drinks events, but actually by doing sustainability and environmental things, you're in a pot of everyone.
Yeah.
You're there with folk that make fridges, you're there with folk that make showers, and all of a sudden, opens doors to lots of things. So actually, by getting out of your comfort zone, you can gain a lot more.
So you got your own product as well. You're doing your own flowers.
Yeah. So basically for us, we want to stand out from the crowd. I want to control it. So the reason for the batter was we use fresh local ingredients, right? So 85% of the produce I use in here is within 50-mile radius of
Nice,
this building,
well
right?
done.
But it's got to be right ingredient for the business, not just because it's local. Yeah, it's got to taste good.
Yeah,
at the end of the
totally.
day, you know. But I like to know everything.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the ingredients, I'm looking at the fucking ingredients. I want to know really what's in that. What does that number mean? Where's that product from that's in that, you know? So not, it's just that kind of flour. Where's the flour from? That's what's crucial to me. So I decided, why am I coating something that's natural and something that's not natural?
Yeah.
So let's strip it back. So there's a blend of 3 flours, bicarbonate of soda, salt, and water. That is it.
What does the bicarb do? Is that
That
for
just gives it a little
fluffiness?
bit of lift.
Nice, like it wouldn't bacon.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it just-
Hope
it
we're
just-
not pulling trade secrets from you, no?
Nah, no trade secrets. Hey, doesn't matter. But then, so after that, I created our own curry sauce.
Nice.
We've got our own fish cakes, which are
Nice.
gluten-free. We're in the process at the moment of creating our own gluten-free batter. So it's our own brand. And I sell this through Compass Group.
Yeah, I saw that. That's mad.
So I've been with Compass now for maybe 9 years.
It's got fingers in lots of pies.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Steak pies.
Yeah.
Macaroni pies.
The crux of the question is, what to you makes excellent fish and chips then? I mean, you've obviously gone to the length of designing your own batter mix, but what are the components that go into it, would you say?
I think you've got to simplify everything. So we strip it back to basics, simplify it, uncomplicate it, and use shit hot ingredients,
Yeah.
right? Cold water, consistent. So the folks say running cold water at the tap. Well, you know and I know summer water and winter water is either -5 or -15. But so if you keep it in the fridge, it is consistent. That's taking that narrative out. We've got the good quality flour that we're going to make it, good quality fish, and it's in really hot oil and thin batter. So old way was batter was thick, you'd peel it back, you'd eat the fish, throw the batter. It was a
Yeah.
steaming vessel. Whereas now the batter's a big prominent part of it.
Huge.
So make it thin and let you taste the product. Don't overpower it with a strong oil. Keep it simple.
Nice.
And cook to order. So what this cabinet's empty now. I'll say empty all day. It'll be full, but only full of cook to order products.
Nice.
So there'll be nothing in here. Folk come to me and they'll say, "Yeah, I'd cook to order, but my shop's too busy." Oh, really? Is it? Fucking right, you. Say like I do. I turn over 1.3 million in here, right?
Here.
And here in this little box,
What?
right? And we cook every single product to order.
Well done.
Some folk will come up here, we put their order in here, and they get to tell them they went, "I want a fresh one." Fucking fresh? You've just watched me fucking cook it. Do you know what I mean? How fresh do you want it? Right, sorry, I didn't kill the fish right for you there and then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Fucking
totally.
hell. But that's the secret.
Super impressed to see that you're not only developing your own gluten-free batter,
Yeah.
but you actually lead with that, as in like it's so good that you're proud of it.
So,
You don't-
problem I had in here was a lot of people were coming in and saying, "Do you do gluten free?" No, and they were getting humpy with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, it's fucking small box, this is. You know, as soon as I'm throwing flour around, it's in the atmosphere. It's folks' health. It's folks' lives. At the end of the day, look at Natasha's law. You know, if we get it wrong, we're getting it wrong.
Yeah.
So I decided when I changed this range that I was going to put in a gluten-free section.
Nice.
So, total separate area. You can drain the oil, but you can't pump back in, so there's no contamination. And we're going to do it every day, rather than first Monday of the month or whatever, which is good to drive traffic. But I want Sally to take her family in, or Fred to take their family in whenever. They should be able to have that experience anytime. So that was my next move forward.
Nice.
And I didn't realise how popular that was going to be.
What about chips? Does that come from the potato? Is that temperature as well?
Chips are real hard, because so this area is predominantly where the seed of the potato comes from.
Okay.
But they're not any good for chipping.
Right.
Because of the soil content. So that's all to do with sugars and starches. So predominantly the seed comes from here and goes down to Cambridge. And that's where they grow the majority of the potatoes. But the seed is from this area.
Right.
But it alters all year round on the variety that you're using. And with the weather, as you know, for the fruit that you use, it changes the product immensely. So it's a bit of a problem, isn't it? One, price, and two, just the consistency. And again, it's difficult. I like the potato when it's really clean and white and or yellow. But a lot of the customers, they like it when it's dark. They'll say to me, your chips aren't cooked. They are fucking cooked, just because they're not black, you know?
Yeah.
So it's hard, because what I like and what a customer likes, so you've got to get a balance here.
Yeah. And what else do you guys offer as well? Because we were talking about off camera, like sauces.
Yeah.
You do a lot in house as well.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah.
Curry sauce, you're
Yeah, so we've got our own brand curry sauce. Biggest seller would be tartar sauce. Homemade tartar sauce. Again, I fucking hated it. But it's because folk were using sachets of cheap shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So I never was into it. And then I'm good friends with Roy Brett Ondine. And he used to be at Dakota Hotels years ago.
Right.
And I went in there because my car broke down. And I looked around, every fucker's eating fish and chips. I'm like, I've got to come back. I'm not having that, I don't want it today. But I'm coming back specifically. Tartar sauce came. I opened the jar lid, put my chip in, and I was like, shit, that's good. Fuck. So I came back here and I said, we're making tartar sauce, right? But we've got to make it easy, not like overcomplicate it with vodka, egg white, and all the shit that you're going to say. If we can make it simple, so we've got the consistency. And again, we've evolved. We've now got a thermal mix in so that the consistency's there, because we've put the ingredients and everything on it. But that's a huge seller, massive.
What was it that triggered you to effectively be like, fuck yeah, I'm going to go for rapscallion? Especially with what we've just talked about with your ethos.
So, I've seen the sustainability, the story. You were transparent with your story, and that was on your social. You know, you're seeing you burning the lemons and such like, you know, and I thought, I like this. There's personality in the product.
Nice.
And you can taste that, I believe, you know.
Nice.
So, you've got a story. So the product's got a story. So when a customer comes into me and says, where's your fish from? And I'll say, all right, this is the boat. This is the producer. And it came in today. It's on the menu. It tells you the boat number. It tells you the registration.
I think that's super cool.
So all of a sudden, it's conversation. Now, remember, I've got 45 minutes in this shop. So if we can engage with them, that's customer service.
Yeah.
Customer service is king, no matter what you do. So when they get down here and they'll go, oh, what's that? Or when I'm in the van and they'll say, oh, what's this? And you'll tell them and say, oh, it's Glasgow based. Tell them that the cans are made from the alloy wheels of steel from the cars, parked in the neighbourhood. There's a lot of folk want premium in life. Anything, if you give someone a chance to go to a concert and you give them a VIP lanyard, you know, they're fucking wearing that lanyard for days, even after the concert, because they feel special. Even though it gave them fuck all, right? It gave them nothing. It let them use a toilet quickly.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, totally.
So they want to feel special. So folk can feel special for a minute, drinking something premium with the best fish and chips in the world, why not? If people realise it's like an occasion, and I don't mean an occasion as it's a wedding, but if you're going out for a great fish supper, hey, and I'm going to go there, and that might drive people for my fish and chips. Yeah. People might come to me because they know they can get that drink. You know? Yeah. It works two ways.
What about, what would you say, what's your favourite rapscallion?
I like the Ginger Ninja.
Good.
I like it because I think it goes well with fish and chips. I like burnt lemon.
You mentioned that in the blog questions.
Yeah.
That's a curveball.
Yeah.
I'm up for trying that.
Because you're thinking probably lemon or lime, aren't you?
I'm always citrus, cuts through fat, cuts through
it
oil,
does.
but
Yeah, it does. But
I'm always up for pushing the boat
I
out.
like the warmth off the ginger. But the dry lime for me is shit hot.
Yeah,
that's quite refreshing. I can drink that. If I don't want a gin and tonic, you can stick that in a glass, and you don't feel any different.
Yeah.
That's how I feel with that.
So going back to it, Ginger Ninja and fish and chips.
Yeah.
That's your go-to.
Yeah.
Why do you think?
I like the warmth. I like, I've just come back from Everest Base Camp, and one of the drinks that you do there all the time is hot water, lemon and ginger and honey,
nice.
right?
Yeah.
And it's got that same ethos actually.
Yeah.
It's just the sweetness, but it's not over sweet. So you can still taste the fish and chips, but the warmth and the ginger, it's just a nice balance for me.
Sort of cleans it off.
Cleans your mouth, yeah.
What's next for Calum or the Bay?
I like to keep moving forward. I don't
What
like
about
standing
awards
still.
though? Because you've sort of cleaned the floor. so far.
Cleaned the floor. But I tell you a funny one. I wanted to win a Katie's, right? That was one of the big ones for me.
Right.
I wanted to win it, and I kept getting nowhere, and I was like, fucking hell. But I went to help the Katie's Judge Seafood Restaurant of the Year, and I sat there and I changed the opinion of the judges in that room because I went very heavy on my sustainability. And I think they realised there was more to it than a greasy spoon fish and chips. And 3 years later, I won the Katie's. I was over the moon. I wanted to be in that room around them big people just to mix, like I said before. It opens doors, it creates opportunities. But unfortunately, it was COVID. I fucking won it in my living room.
Oh no! So you're gonna go again?
I won it, yeah, go again. No, they invited me to come down, but I was getting married at Monarch Moor the day of the final the following year. But yeah, I'm gonna go because it was a big part for me, It was about getting fish and chips and the bay in amongst that level.